Which constitutional half dollars do you stack? The Barber, the Benji, the Walker, or the Kennedy, or all of them? So this last Friday, I was able to pick up close to $40 in face of constitutional silver, and most of it was half dollars and quarters. And as I went through the half dollars, I saw quite a variation. I had these four in there: Barbers and Benjis and Walkers and the Kennedys. And I noticed there was quite a difference in the looks between, some of these, the width on them. Of course, if you look at that Kennedy versus the Barber, there's an obvious discrepancy in both the condition and the reading. And obviously that's because of wear over the years that some of these coins have suffered. So I thought, if I'm stacking by weight, what is the best half dollar to stack? Or is there maybe a combination? I know some of you will probably say, well, I just stack them all because I like them all. And I can certainly relate to that. I love all constitutional silver. But if we're truly focused on weight and getting the best value, particularly if we're buying at face, it's $12 per $1 face or something like that, then it is something that we probably ought to look at and be concerned about as it relates to the stacking weight that we're obtaining when we buy in such a fashion. So I just wanted to go through these and just weigh each one of them. The standard, US 50-cent piece from the Barber on through the Kennedy is supposed to weigh an average of 12.5 grams. And so I'm going to have my iPad here separately with a calculator on it where I'll be doing some calculations. But now, this is just a very unsophisticated experiment, but I think, the point that I'll be making will be pretty obvious. So we'll start with the Kennedy half dollar here, and we'll put it on the scale and see what the scale says. Looks like 12.49 grams. So that's pretty accurate for that Kennedy half dollar. So if we take 12.49 grams, let's multiply that out by 20. Let's just take a roll of Kennedy half dollars, 90% constitutional. That's 249.8 grams, assuming, of course, that they're all consistent with the weight of this one. So we're not losing much at all from the manufactured weight of these coins, 0.2 grams basically. Let's go on to the Benjis. Let's see what the scale says about the Benjis. Also, look at that, 12.49. So again, 249.8 grams, and that assumes that they're all in, consistent shape and weight as that Benji. Well, let's move over to the Walker. Here, this is a 1944 Walker. So this, this coin's been around for a while, and you can tell it's been in a few pockets. It has some wear on it for sure. Well, let's see what the scale says about this one. 12.12 grams. So, 12.12 grams times 20 to a roll, it's 242.4 grams. So we're losing 7.6 grams if we're buying these at face. So much per $1 face. And let's look at the Barber. That one's pretty rough shape. 11.58. So 11.58, and we'll extrapolate that out times 20. That's 231.6 grams total. So, if we buy a roll of 20 of these and we're paying, $12 per face or 13 or whatever the going rate is now, we only have 231.6 grams of coinage there. And so obviously you can do the math and extrapolate that out to what the silver content really is. But I guess for stackers who are going truly by weight, you probably want to stick with the Kennedys and the Benjis. This is obviously not a real scientific experiment. It's to a certain extent common sense. The older coins are going to have more wear, like the Barbers and the Walkers, and then the more modern coinage like the Benjis and the Kennedys are going to have more of a true content of that silver. But anyway, what do you folks like to stack when it comes to the $50 series? Do you like having some of these slicks in your stack? I do. I mean, I don't really mind them, but then again, if I had my choice and I wanted to pick a roll of Barbers or a roll of Kennedys, and I'm getting charged the same for both of those rolls, why? Well, I'm going to take the Kennedys because I'm getting more silver value for my dollar than if I go with the Walker or the Barber. I hope you folks are well. Again, this is the first video I've shot from my home. Usually I'm outdoors or in my office. So take care, everyone. Appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to leave a comment. What do you do in stacking these $50, and what is your preference? Thanks, folks. Take care.